This pay-per-view exists, and this time I mean that in a good way, as in, thank God this pay-per-view exists. Even on the 450th special episode, there's always a first.
Prevent a devastating war and bring to
Normally, I don't like old school video clips to hype up WWF pay-per-view events, but this one actually made sense and fit right in with what we are about to go through. A devastating war. I'm ready for this. This entire freaking promo. This entire freaking promo. WWF fans everywhere, ECW fans everywhere, WCW fans everywhere, but most importantly, wrestling fans everywhere. Hell, we just started this event and I haven't found a sin. Just excitement. But I better not jinx my momentum. I can't be the only one who caught that fan trying to hide his gut hanging out. Yeah, it's time for the invasion. Whoa, my gut is hanging out. Of course, WWF would be a dick to the Alliance by cutting out the entrance of Lance Storm and Mike Awesome. Typical.
Without being interrupted!
It's literally next to impossible to not be interrupted by the booing fans in attendance, Lance. Nobody wants to be serious for a moment tonight. Sorry.
I will divulge now!
Edge and Christian are assholes. Pfft, who am I kidding? But since we are calling this event Invasion, I suppose it fits the theme. But still. Damn, this stage setup is great. 2 different ramps meeting the center to represent the battling armies. Is there anything about this pay-per-view event that won't be good? Wait, gotta stop saying that.
For setting the tone for this
Foreshadowing Edge's rated R gimmick.
ever to invade the hollow.
Alright, we get that this event is called Invasion, but I really hope we don't have to hear the word invade too many times throughout the night.
Lance Storm. Here's Edge off the second rope.
Lance Storm was already starting to fall before Edge could connect the dropkick.
You set the tone here.
Yikes. I don't know if that was intentional or unintentional for Christian to suddenly get caught up on the ropes, but that looks scary. Christian took a nasty fall, so I'm going to stick with the unintentional for now.
And here's the hook of the leg by Edge and a kick out after 1.
Michael Cole is correct. The referee, on the other hand, is incorrect, as Lance indeed kicked out at 1, not 2. Come on, Lance, if you wanted to be serious for a moment, you wouldn't have resorted to monologuing, giving Christian all the time in the world to counter.
Trouble. And Lance Storm.
Okay, that moment made me cringe in pain. Jeez, hope Christian's ribs survived that. That's worth a sin removal.
And that can crack a rib.
No shit, dumbass.
You use that ring post like a third tag team partner.
Wouldn't that be a second tag team partner? Because each wrestler only has 1 tag team partner in this match, unless this was a 6-man tag team match, of course.
Broken leg. Awesome may have him. No, Christian.
Is Mike Awesome seriously going to say, come on, ref, with every single near fall he gets in this match? I seriously hope not.
I hope they leave it up to the stars in the middle of that ring to determine the outcome.
Isn't that what always happens when it comes to outcomes of matches? No other person can decide the outcome other than the wrestlers in the ring.
Fire coalition. Ready
Knock it off, Lance. That's a bad idea.
to call him a Forrest Gump lookalike.
In no way does Lance Storm look anything like Forrest Gump. How can you look at Lance and think, hey, he looks similar to Forrest Gump? I don't see it.
Wakanda Blue.
Edge got the hot tag and then immediately misses Lance on the first shot. Darn.
The clothesline. And awesome.
Man, I'm feeling bad for Edge here. Tagged in after missing out on the entire match, and he misses almost every punch or kick delivered to Lance and Mike.
The cover could happen too.
I get that this referee is part of the WWF brand, but even so, he's got to remain neutral during this war and not make fast counts for his wrestlers. It's only fair.
Edge. Oh.
One of the very sad spears I've seen Edge deliver.
Position. Oh, look at this. Christian. Edge and Christian.
Crucifix powerbomb counter with the spear by Christian was, no pun intended, an awesome way to end this opening tag team match. And it's only the beginning.
Freak of awesomeness.
Vince McMahon's cringe attempt at doing his own 5-second pose in celebration of Edge and Christian's victory. I'm sorry, but leave that stuff to them.
What George Washington did to King George's redcoats.
I'm sorry, but this reference was hilarious, especially with the look on William Regal's face. Great comedy. If we're having referees facing each other in a match tonight, how come we didn't have commentators facing each other as well? Usually I'd be against that, but in this case, I could let it slide. Instead, we had to do a commentator match at WrestleMania 10 years later, and that was horrible.
Preview right now.
I never thought I'd remove sins for this, but a promo package featuring referees was one of the best promo packages of this night.
Red blood. Well, Nick.
Mick Foley didn't even call for the bell to ring as he was busy backing Earl Hebner and Nick Patrick away from each other. Or was it one of the referees at ringside calling that? Mick's the official here tonight.
Strikes first in this matchup.
That's odd. Based on how the referees take bumps, I'm surprised Earl wasn't immediately knocked out from that slap.
Senior official from the World Wrestling Federation giving Nick Patrick.
I can't stop laughing at this moment. It's so freaking awesome. May only be 3 minutes long, but this match was the funniest of the night.
10 shots to the head.
Nick Patrick is a Dick to Earl's head nurse. Amazing how I said that for a referee. So many firsts for the 450th episode. Also, Mick clearly saw Nick hit the low blow and did not call for the disqualification like he should have. If he was truly unbiased, he would have done that. Referee brawl. I love it. Nick making the big mistake by getting in Mick's face instead of continuing the onslaught on Earl. Nick in the face of Mick. That's funny. Nick Patrick clearly got one of his shoulders up, but Mick decided to ignore it. Unbiased referee my ass. Post-match assault. Previously on WWF. Sean O'Hare is in the wrong corner. Chuck Palumbo isn't going to be able to tag you in when you're over there, dude.
Never turn your back on the APA.
Michael Cole would be great at Cinemasons 2 expansion, and yet everyone will turn their backs on their opponents at least once.
Cover by Farouk.
Sean clearly kicked out at 1, not 2. Come on, Teddy.
Their careers could be on the line.
Insert name of wrestler's career could possibly be on the line in a match that doesn't determine their career status cliché, even despite the invasion.
Clear cut number 1 is the WWF.
No matter what other companies there are, the WWF and even present-day WWE is always going to be the #1 wrestling company of all time, no matter how elite another company is. It's sad, but true.
Either way.
Farouk attempted to trust fall, but then realized that Bradshaw wasn't behind him to catch him, so crash.
Palumbo drop kick.
Not gonna lie, that double team maneuver was well done by Chuck and Sean. I like that.
Bovine, chunky.
Chris Jericho's many fat words to describe Paul Heyman, and we have heard them all over the years. Stop. Seriously, Vince McMahon needs to stop imitating everyone's catchphrases. What's next, gonna roll your eyes back and say rest in peace to WCW?
I hate him.
Stephanie McMahon's poor acting back in the day. Thank God she's a lot better in the present day, but ugh, that is not believable hatred at all in this segment. X-Pac stealing the WCW Cruiserweight title. Title theft. Posing, and more posing. Not cool. I think X-Pac got too overconfident at WWF's 3-0 lead, which caused Billy Kidman to get the first victory for the Alliance. Body helicopter spin massage? I don't know. That's the only thing I could come up with at this moment.
Bringing X-Pac down. And Kidman with it.
X-Pac was clearly shown preparing himself for the Enziguri and could have easily ducked his head to prevent Billy from connecting the move. I guess he wants WWF to have their first loss of the evening.
Don't be misled, folks, to the fact that these guys are not 300 pounds.
Why would we be misled into thinking Billy Kidman and X-Pac are around 300 pounds? Especially when they have championships literally labeled Cruiserweight and Light Heavyweight.
He's got him. No.
Anytime we hear a commentator yell, this match is over, or he's got him, you already know for a fact that the match isn't over. Commentators always jinxing everything.
Back to his feet. Kidman. Hit Kidman.
That wasn't just an X Factor, that was an X Factor catching Billy Kidman in midair after jumping from the top rope, yet Billy easily kicks out of that. You can literally hear the X Factor say, "Am I a joke to you?" Testicles have been a target quite a few times already tonight. We might as well rename this event Invasion of Testicular Trauma or something like that. I call bullshit on this victory, considering X-Pac's shoulder was obviously off the mat. Billy's arm was clearly keeping it up, so this pinfall is invalid from my view. Well, thanks for letting us know that William Regal is left-handed. As though that even matters or we even care.
There it is again. He shoves that forearm right into the face.
William tried and failed to pin Raven several times in 15 seconds. Does he not know that constantly going for pinfalls after the first kickout doesn't guarantee you the victory? It doesn't work! Considering Raven released William midway across the ring, it looked more like William jumped out of the ring on his own accord, trying to go for a joyride. What kind of landing from a clothesline was that supposed to be? Good lord, are we being for real here? Gross, didn't want to close up at the referee's ass video bombing the match.
Oh, look at Raven, that running.
I'm sorry, but William Regal is really making me cringe the way he lands some wrestling moves. Trying hard not to. Oh, for God's sake!
God, he's got that European background.
Now even Raven has landed awkwardly after wrestling moves? I absolutely love this event, but can we please end this match? The referee seriously doesn't hear any of this? He's tending to Raven on the outside, which allowed Taz to hit a suplex on William. But how can the referee not hear an obvious thud in the ring behind him? Did he think that William decided to jump and crash on his own? That's my best guess.
Now ECW and W.
Vince McMahon doesn't realize that The Undertaker isn't even paying attention to his pep talk, as if he would. Thank you! Hopefully that teaches Vince never to make pep talks with the freaking Undertaker, am I right?
Oh, look at this.
Pre-match assault, also attacking from behind.
CW from behind.
The The referee rings the bell to begin the 6-man tag team match, but every wrestler is in the ring, so I have no choice but to assume they're all the legal wrestlers. The perfectly timed drop of all 3 wrestlers to the count of 1, 2, 3 was funny and cool at the same time. 1, 2, 3, sins removed.
That's been very impressive.
Billy Gunn up over.
What the hell was Billy Gunn's plan right there? He ended up nearly pinning himself and losing the match for his team in this equation.
Reversal Stasiak underneath the.
The Big Show must have done something on the outside because the crowd is reacting in surprise and pain. Shame we don't have multiple camera views of the action.
What a scissors kick.
That was clearly a bicycle kick, not a scissors kick. First of all, the referee is busy with the other wrestlers, but mainly Sean completely forgot that he's not even the legal wrestler right now. I suppose we're doing this post-match assault mainly because the Big Show never even got a chance to compete tonight. Can we not have this night be full of McMahon's mimicking catchphrases of all the wrestlers? It's getting really annoying at this point. Tajiri runs after Taz, who completely misses the first kick. Taz is in control of Tajiri and can finish him off right now. However, he decides, nah, let's turn around and look at the audience for no reason other than I want to lose this match. What kind of move was that? I don't even know if that was a clothesline, a slam, or what. Anyone have any ideas? After connecting the Alabama Slam, Taz takes all the time in the world before actually going for the pinfall. Why? Seriously, why? Well, it probably would have been 3 if you didn't take your sweet-ass time in pinning Tajiri. No one's fault but yours.
Shoved off the ropes. Look at this. Tajiri.
Taz was watching Tajiri the whole time and yada yada yada, you know how the rest of the sin goes.
Right out of the way. Tajiri.
As much as misspraying is common in Asian wrestling, it's still an unfair advantage to win a match, thus it's a sin.
It's gonna get real ugly real fast.
This is Jeff freaking Hardy you're talking to, Matt. I know Jeff has taken on Rob Van Dam in a hardcore match, but it's not like your younger brother doesn't know a thing about hardcore wrestling.
You're next!
Who are you, Goldberg? Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Almost literally, too. A replay of something we literally saw 2 minutes ago. Not to worry, we saw it. We already know what happened to Matt Hardy.
Look at that flexibility.
Oh, he is spectacular.
Well, damn, I'm removing a few more sins from seeing that series of counters by Rob Van Dam. Hardcore match starting off in a cool way. I like that.
But they're very loud.
And there's your proof of why turning your back on your opponent is one of the stupidest things to do in any wrestling match.
There can be no disqualifications.
Commentators reminds us on the rules of a hardcore match as though we don't even know what that is, cliche.
The crowd making an impact as DC.
Yo, these counters are just freaking awesome. Wouldn't you agree? Glad to see things starting to get good once again.
Nailed the barricade. Rob Van Dam.
Yikes, that was intense. Both Jeff Hardy and Rob Van Dam taking a risk on possibly running into fans by accident while trying to balance on the barricade.
Jeff Hardy up over the top rope.
Seems like almost everything I find in this match is hardcore. True hardcore. Just goes to show that not all extreme hardcore matches have to involve weapons.
And Van Dam into the ring. Where's he going?
Michael Cole just said that RVD went back into the ring, then proceeded to question where RVD was going, right after he already answered the question first.
The ladder tipping. Hardy in trouble.
Man, this is exciting. Can't tell you how much that move freaked me out into thinking Jeff was going to crash on the floor and get severely injured.
Anything goes.
Shut up! Wrestler begs for mercy when his opponent whom he committed personal attacks on has the advantage, cliche.
Steel chair in hand. And look at that.
Jeff Hardy actually fell for the mercy. How symbolic that RVD hits the 5-star frog splash with a championship he hopes to win on top of his opponent. That was quite an extreme way to conclude this hardcore match.
Enough of this Americana bullshit.
Kurt Angle would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion. The TNA of professional wrestling. No, not the company. You know which version of TNA I'm talking about. Why is Mick Foley a special guest referee twice in one night? And why is this match of a... Oh, that's probably why. Another pre-match assault.
Let me say that thongs are legal.
What?
Out there.
Tori Wilson slaps Trish Stratus, then proceeds to taunt Lita instead of stripping Trish's clothes off. Yep, I said that in a Sins video. Can't believe it took this long for me to set a bra and panties match.
Does she? Yes, she does.
Trish tags in Lita, Mick Foley doesn't see it, thus the tag should be declared invalid. You know the rules, folks. If a referee didn't see it, it never happened.
Must be hard for the special guest referee to...
Wah, wah. Stacy Keibler hanging onto her bra as if her breasts had been exposed. She should be more concerned of Lita stripping her pants off than anything else.
I tell you.
Why is Mick Foley counting? The only way for this match to end is for both women from one team to lose their shirt and pants. I don't recall this match ending in a disqualification.
Why the hell am I calling wrestling moves?
Because you're a freaking wrestling commentator, you stupid dumbass. Also, I'm surprised Stacy didn't break her leg the way she landed from that snapmare. Anybody else see what happened? Or were you too busy masturbating to this like I was? I mean, like I would've. Trish, a bra and panties match can't end by pinfall. Had to turn away out of embarrassment when I saw that.
Trish into the corner.
That ass is clearly Tori Wilson's ass, not Trish Stratus's. Tori is the only one who has lost her pants as of now.
I ain't here to hug nobody. I'm here to go out there and whip somebody's ass.
Statements like that is why Stone Cold Steve Austin is without a doubt one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, both in-ring and on the microphone. This main event, this inaugural brawl, this everything. You won't ever get a moment as exciting as this anytime soon, that's for damn sure.
Just got taken to the extreme.
Paul Heyman is usually annoying, but the way the invasion of ECW came to be made those words epic. Action left, right, up, down, even diagonally if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but who fucking cares? This promo is still one of my all-time favorite video packages leading up to an explosive main event. And I'm deducting 30 cents simply because I can and simply because it's the right thing to do.
Of Mr. McMahon.
Honestly, I'll take another Sinov, surprised I even have any left to remove, because I found it cool that instead of having every member of one team enter the arena, we mixed it up. A member of the Alliance enters, followed by a member of Team WWF, and repeat.
From what I understand, he is from Detroit.
Alright, don't see how Rhino being from Detroit even matters for this match, JR, even as from your understanding.
Travesty, how Jericho.
Stephanie McMahon's I hate you even though I'm about to be all over you when my husband returns from his injury phase.
And who's going to be the big dog?
Jim Ross went forward in time and saw the domination of Roman Reigns of the WWE. Not to mention, he also saw the name change from F to E, saw the decline in ratings, and the arrival of another elite company. I wonder, does that mean he saw another possible invasion? I'm just kidding, that'd be stupid and a desperate ripoff. Surprised The Undertaker waited until now to start brawling with anybody. So freaking awesome! Normally I send pre-match assaults, but this is living up to the match's name. We got an epic brawl on our hands tonight, folks! The bell rung before the referees could even signal for the bell to ring, so I guess the referee swung his arm just to get some exercise.
Austin using that.
Haha, Steve Austin tripped.
And Devon Dudley may have just saved his team.
May have? It's kinda obvious that Devon Dudley did save the Alliance from losing the brawl, Michael. The referee is counting Kurt Angle, despite the fact that there are no disqualifications in this inaugural brawl. What's the worst that could happen if the referee counted to 5? The Undertaker gets tagged in and immediately misses his first kick. Well, that's a damn shame. What ails Diamond Dallas Page? He's got the chance to counter his onslaught of The Undertaker, but instead starts to talk, and do nothing else.
And here comes Undertaker.
Alright, that was funny. Here's another sin-off.
Main event here at Invasion.
Okay, no. You can clearly see the referee backing the rest of the Alliance into their corner. He did not see Steve Austin get tagged in. I get that you're a WWF referee, but come on! Wow, those series of kicks were actually being delivered to an awesome beat. Don't lie to me, you were also bobbing your head to the beat of those kicks.
It predated WrestleMania.
Did anyone else hear that? It's that one awkward moment when the idea of the New Day Rocks clap first appeared at one of the best WWF pay-per-view events of all time. I get that Chris Jericho wanted to punish Diamond Dallas Page, but locking in the walls at Jericho wouldn't help Team WWF win this match, as Booker T is the legal wrestler on the Alliance's team. Bubba Ray Dudley is really out of it. He's reaching for a tag in a corner that has no wrestlers waiting for him.
There's 1, 2, and Austin.
Sorry, but the moment Steve broke up the pinfall, the referee should have completed the 3 count. True, the Alliance wins this match, but this was the moment they truly won in my opinion.
If that coalition wins, we're gonna have to...
Steve Austin is the fucking best! Paul Heyman's creepy I'm watching you while you masturbate face, and now I'll never get that image out of my head.
And Austin.
And you notice that Page.
Steve jumps in and attacks Booker T from behind, then proceeds to do a reverse somersault and roll around for whatever reason.
Here comes Austin.
Oh, now the referee isn't allowing tags he didn't see? There have been several tags throughout this match he never saw and allowed, but this is the one he doesn't allow? He finally remembered how to be a referee. Seeing another brawl occur while the fans stand up to give it a standing ovation in unison gave me intense chills. This is a freaking awesome event. The Undertaker is addicted to Charles Robinson's. Oh, come on. How did Kane not see that coming? He was literally approaching Bubba Ray Dudley. How did he not see this? There's a lot of kick-ass table action going on. I love this 3000. The referee gets knocked down at the crucial point in the match cliche. Not to mention, he also threw himself out of the ring on his own accord. Fuck it. Using my new abilities to snap the sins out of existence. We're starting over, and this crowd would definitely agree. Never thought my jaw would drop for yet another heel turn by Stone Cold Steve Austin. What a shocking way to conclude the best WWF pay-per-view of all time. And history has been made once again in my Sins franchise. Never thought this would ever happen in the 450 episodes I've done.